This should be interesting to watch the entire situation unfold. So, guys, apparently there's a bigger attack headed this way. Not headed this way, but pointed towards Israel. Iran supposedly states that if the U.S. and or Israel retaliates after what just happened the other day, that they have a bigger attack planned for them. And meanwhile, I'm sitting here thinking, when is Israel going to retaliate for what just happened the other day? So obviously they have to plan this. So I would say in another 48 hours or so, we should see something flying back at Iran. With that, like I said in my video before, there's still, four other countries that are looking to get involved. There is Yemen, Lebanon, Syria, and Iraq. Those guys are looking to get some. So this is going to turn into a shit show, but I'm pretty sure the way everything's being planned out, listen, I am under the suspicion, and I know this is far-fetched, that this is just all a show, like a play that we're all watching so that they can throw us into more anxiety, to have more, put us on more meds, or whatever the case is, or to have more control, or to figure out that this is just a ploy so that world peace can be created by the one world government. I don't know. I just, that's a 2% side of me thinking that, like in the back of my head, I'm like, what if this is just, they're playing us? What if this is all just a show? But still, this is going down, and I find it interesting, guys, that they lob all of these missiles, they lob all of these rockets and drones, and one 7-year-old gets hurt. And the audacity for them to put it in an article, to report that nonsense, that the 7-year-old probably fell, tripped, and because of the whole thing going on, and they contribute that injury to what happened in Israel, or what Iran did with Israel, launching a couple rockets and things like that. I just, like, when I saw that report, first injury reported, 7-year-old, I'm like, you fucking kidding me? Like, if the kid didn't die, lose an eye, some crazy shit like that, don't report it. But they report you nonsense like that so that you can go, oh my God, look what Iran did. It's a ploy. When I saw that article, that's what started the thought process of this being a ploy, this being bullshit. Because why would you report a 7-year-old kid getting injured? So again, it makes me think, it starts the conspiracy theory wheels turning, like, is this all bullshit? Are they just trying to fucking get us going? What is it? Unsure as to why. The one world government also steps in when I start asking why in certain situations like this. But, guys, in the case that it's not, in the case that this is actually the real deal, that this is the Bible playing out, we still need to be ready regardless. And as far as the panicking goes and the fucking bitchery, stop. When it comes home, when it meets us at our front door, being the United States, when it enters this country, then we can start worrying. Until then, guys, let this shit play out over there. Let whatever goes on, go on over there. Eventually, yes, it'll probably make its way over here if it gets worse. Again, there's something bothering me about this whole thing, and I'm just like, I'm not buying it. Like, again, it's that little knack in the back of my head. But the other side of me, the more responsible side of me, is like, but what if this is real? We need to be ready regardless. Regardless of what happens next, guys, we need to be ready. Hell, we need to be ready for hurricane season. Apparently, hurricane season is going to get out of control this year, according to the weather experts. So that's like a different subject all on its own. But we just need to be ready to cross the board. I just read some nonsense about how climate change or bad weather patterns could affect the U.S. grid system, the electrical grid system. I'm like, really? We're going down, we're putting the weather into this bullshit now? So they're throwing everything at us. We need to be ready for all of it, guys. We need to be ready for the weather patterns that's going to change, climate change that might take out our electrical grid, a possible nuclear war with somebody overseas. We need to be ready for it all. And the hurricanes making their way across the Atlantic Ocean. Be ready for all. And not to mention the increase in earthquakes the East Coast is starting to see. Just be ready for it all, guys, because this is just one of those years that are just going to get worse, and it's going to play out for the next few years. We need to be ready for all of it. That being said, panicking, acting like a bitch, turning into a fucking twat muffin isn't the answer. The answer is being ready, researching everything that's going on, making sure your gear's squared away, tightening up your gear, tightening up your preps, tightening up your knowledge, so that if this does all fall apart and you're still alive after that, that you can thrive after everything's said and done. But up until that, up until the show starts here, don't worry about it. Just read the news, look at whatever prepper channel you like watching, because I know some of these guys are going into oh shit mode and starting to piss their pants, because I think some of these prepper channels are starting to act like bitches. They're like, you know, I told you this is going to happen. Yeah, fucko. Fucking a broken clock is right twice a day. So yes, unfortunately, now that this is happening, some of those prepper channels are trying to make themselves king, putting a crown on their head, talking about, I told you guys this was going to happen. This is why you should listen to me. But while you're listening to me, I got some shit to sell you. Oh, don't forget to get your radiation tablets, because, you know, that's coming too. Like, they're always throwing shit in there. And listen, again, there's one thing to sell shit. Like, I have a video coming out, coincidentally, about a fucking portable power station, unrelated to this shit. But we still need to be ready for whatever happens. So get your gear, guys. Look for the best gear out there. Look for the best deals. Don't go crazy and buy shit that's too expensive. And do not buy shit you are not going to use. I get it that it's better to have it, not need it. But if you're not going to use it, guys, don't buy it. Don't start looking at bunkers. Don't start purchasing outrageous shit. Be easy. Let's see where this goes. Granted, if you don't have something like a power station or you don't have firearms, yeah, maybe you want to get those things out of the way. Maybe you want to get more MREs and more canned goods. Absolutely. But don't start investing in shit that you are not going to use, right? And maybe you use this as a time or a catalyst to get your garden going. Maybe you want to do that. But again, outside of that, don't start spending an obnoxious amount of money for something that might not happen. Especially when it comes to people scaring the shit out of you on a daily basis. Now, listen, like I said, YouTube channel is going to go in overdrive right now. So be careful who you listen to, and be careful the information you get from these people, because a lot of these people, guys, they're just trying to push the fearmonger to push more views to get more money. And again, it's all right to get money. It's all right to fucking, make that dollar. Just be easy when you're listening to them. Don't start getting anxious listening to people who are making money, making you sick. That's what it comes down to. Anyway, guys, this is the Angry Prepper. Thank you for watching.